Hello, my name is Creostix and welcome back to the beta of Gwent. And I realized I want to do something before I start doing matches again, because there's a thing that I want to do with the collection here, and actually refine the deck a little bit after that. First of all, I want to mill my spare cards, which are in the bottom left corner, which means that I have like just too many cards of one single copy, which I can't use in the same deck anyway, so I might as well get the scrap out of there. So let's mill the spare cards to get 30 more scrap. There's no animation to do that. That would have been fun. Oh well. Anyway, now we have 345 scrap, and I had this idea that I want to maybe create one of each of these, the Reaver Scout, the Field Medic, and the Gwent Siege Support, because then I would have a deck based on at least like 3 different cases where I have 3 instances of each card, and then I can use the new silver card, the reinforcement, with that deck to hopefully very good effect. So that's what I'm gonna try and do here. So let's because I believe I can do 3 of them, all of them. So craft one of these. Yes, that's not even very expensive. 30 is not that bad. These are more expensive, but 80 is something I can still do, and especially field medics are fucking useful. So that's what I'm gonna create here. And then just the and I chose the Gwent Siege Support because it has a total of 9 strength instead of the usual 8 or even 7 that the other ones have. I will not yet use the Blue Stripe Commandos because I tried to look up answers, and the internet is kind of like, Google is not very helpful with this game, because it tends to like jumble together this Gwent and the Gwent from Witcher 3 in the search results, and I just couldn't find an answer if indeed it is the idea here that I could technically use even 9 of these because they're not the same card, or am I only able to use only these? And I don't want to use 30 scrap to just try that yet. I will eventually try that, yes, probably, but not just yet, because this is the idea that I want to do. Also, quick check to see that indeed the Bruverhog, or the Brauverhog, whatever, is actually indeed a leader. So I have 2 Scoia'tael leaders, and indeed I will be doing later on games with other decks too. It's just the fact that the Northern Realms is, I believe, for me, with my current collection, by far the most strong with me. The others, I don't have as many cards there as I would like to, although I believe I have a pretty decent amount of at least, let's say, actually I can check with the ownership thing, but I think I have a pretty good amount of monsters at this time. I have this many Skelliges and that many monsters. This is the I don't think this is a very strong deck yet, but I can at least like create something with this, I think, later. And again, Nilfgaard is one of the maybe weaker in variety, but I have a pretty good number of many of these, so there's that. But anyway, this is what I'm going to do here. So now let's go back to the deck builder and refine the Creostix North, the trusty deck we have this far. So I actually had to fill it with bad cards again, because I already tried out a couple of thoughts here, and then I couldn't remember which cards I had in the deck when I like stopped recording last time. So what I'm gonna do here is indeed remove the Trebuchet and remove, unfortunately, the Blue Stripes Scouts, for the simple reason that while they are indeed technically more, let's say, diverse than the Redanian Knights, they have the weakness of not being useful to start the round with. And that's what I have to keep in mind. I have to keep some cards in the deck which are good to start the round with. Otherwise, I'm gonna end up in trouble and start the round with just a bad card, you know? I have, in this case, now I will have 4 that will be good to start the round with. These are not, well, let me rephrase that. They're good to start the match with, and the others are not. The others can be good, like the medics can be good to start a round if there is already dead bronze units in the graveyard, but that's a different story then. Anyway, also, I thought really long and hard about like, what special cards should I have and how many should I have of them? Well, let's put these here first, just to like see what we have to work with here. So, by the numbers, this is already a, you know, ready to play deck, and I don't want to go above the minimum because I want to be able to draw the good stuff when I need to. But let's just take a good long look at the special cards here, because my first thought when I see this is that I might actually have too many special cards, perhaps. I'm still kind of like on and off wondering about that, but the main point that I wanted to do here is I'm wondering if I will need the Dimeritium Shackles. Also, actually, now I just remembered, the reason I don't have the Dwarf, the Cleaver, in the deck is because I am at, as you can see on the left, I am at the maximum of my silver cards, and I don't want to remove the prize-winning Cow or Sile de Tangerville because they are both just fucking useful, and Sile is a guaranteed 10 strength in my favor with the 6, then -4, or then in sort of, from my perspective, +4. And I do not want to remove the Scorch either, because when I have like situations where I have just a problematic card on the other side, I want to be able to kill it if it's the strong one. That's just, I need to have at least one Scorch. And I feel like a Commander's Horn is just a tactically very versatile and useful thing to have. And also, this one, I need this because this is like the whole premise of my like deck, like unit strategy to like have use out of this silver card, the reinforcement. And I want this too, because I want to have the weather control. And that brings me to why I have 2 First Light cards. That is because I removed the immune to weather riders from the deck, and that prompted me to add a second First Light card so that I can remove weather effects at least fairly, let's say, effectively, you know. Like with some sort of like, I can trust that I can usually, at least sometimes, do something about weather in a match, I hope. So I have a pretty good set of, and also these will work if necessary as a random use of a unit, which will be useful in if I'm left in the last round with one of these, or 2 of these even. So the question now is, do I have enough meat on the table here, or do I switch the Dimeritium Shackles to something else? That's like the one thing I'm now wondering still. I cannot use a silver card, mind you, so this and this are out. I could have either 1 Dunbanner Light Cavalry, or the Reinforced Trebuchet could go back in there. Or the final thing is, I could use the Cadwenny Sergeant to have like some sort of, you know, let's say offense against gold units, which could be useful. So that's like the stuff I'm now wondering about. And indeed the, or I could even have a 3rd Lacerate, really. That's also not a bad thing to think about. It's 3 Lacerates sounds like a lot, but that's not terrible, I feel. The reason to think about having this, though, is indeed that this would then just be another way to combat a very strong one unit. I've seen that happen a couple of times when one unit is extremely strong and I need either a Scorch or this. So there is a point in having this, but I am wondering, do I have enough meat on the table here otherwise? Like, discounting the first light cards, I have already 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 special cards. Like, I want to be able to pull good stuff, like units when I need them to, because special cards on their own won't win matches, that's the problem. Another thing I could wonder about is if I will... Actually, here's a thought. I could also craft another ballista, for example, and remove this. But I think I'm gonna go with this now. I think I'm kinda happy. I'll change it if I start suffering by virtue of just not having enough cards. But just dive in and go to a match and see how now we roll. And actually there's a couple of things to remember also now, which I have learned here. So as I mentioned before, Skellige decks are weird. They use graveyards and deaths and all that to their advantage and will just crush you if they get their synergy working. They are problematic in that sense. Also, in...
For Skellige's glory!
Speak of the fucking devil. Oh man. But yeah, like, I still don't really understand how they fully work. I think we'll then learn as we go. Now we're in the interesting area. How many of what card should we try to have? At least redraw that. Skellige Storm, not bad, not bad. I think I'm gonna redo the either First Light or Commander's Horn or Scorch. Let's do that. Ooh, 3 Reaver Scouts. That's not a bad deck. I'm gonna try with this. I'm not gonna take a risk here. Yeah, okay. But yeah, important thing to know about the Voltest ability. When I copy a unit on my side, it is copied as is on the battlefield, meaning if I have, for example, a field medic with 10 strength, like upped with Commander's Horns and other buffs, it will copy another 10 field medic, so I will have a significant advantage there. Okay, let's start with the Redanian Knight to see what he does.
Best give up now.
And indeed, he's playing now the Clan Tuirseach Skirmishers. When resurrected, gain 3 base strength. And that's the thing. They resurrect cards very hard if they happen to have the good cards with which to resurrect stuff. That is that's gonna be problematic in the long run. So, what I could do now is play a Reaver Scout and copy him, or play Geralt. I'm gonna try Geralt. I'm gonna try and win this round.
Any last words?
I hope it's the right thing to do. I'm still learning. I'm still kind of new at this. Level 6, it took some doing, but it's still a long way to go. Like, the ranked mode only unlocks at, I think, level 10, and it's gonna be a while until I reach that one too. Okay, what are you gonna do here? If you pass, it's actually bad for me unless I pull another starter card, because it's not really advantageous for me to...
Promise you a quick death.
Okay. I'm still winning, though. Yeah, that's a basic removal card of 3 strength. Now I'm wondering, what is my next move? Because before it was simple. Now I'm having a new deck, and I'm having trouble thinking what is the absolute best thing to do at every turn. I don't want to use the field medic yet, so I'm doing this
You one
now.
of us or not?
And I didn't have enough units to utilize the Cadwenny Siege support, for example, so I think that is the best choice, I hope. Well, okay, it's probably not, but let's say that's the best I could think of. Okay.
We'll follow you always, and to the fair.
And indeed, the Clan and Great Warrior, which does 2 damage to itself when it comes to the battlefield, and actually the hero power he has, or the leader power, does 2 more of these. The thing is, Skellige decks usually are rocking war horns, so when they have damaged units, these become 14 ones all of a sudden, and those win games, man. So removing those would be good, but I don't have means to do so. Okay, I think Cave when you siege support now.
Uh-oh. Trouble approaches.
To add there and there. I am in the lead, but again, Skellige decks are nasty in that they turn the tides real quick, real surprisingly. If they have the cards to do so. It's always a little bit of a crapshoot. I've encountered some... Oh! Well, you won 8 strength, I will grant you that fact, but, not sure that's the correct move to make, though. Let's think here. I'm gonna do another one of these, again, because I don't want to use Field Medic yet. If I don't pull another one, I'm in trouble. That's the problem. I might be overusing my scouts now, but again, now the deck is new to me. So I'm not sure what is the correct, like... I guess I should maybe... Oh, he's passing. That's fine. Yep. I will take the round, thank you. I should maybe indeed save the scouts for the field medic card to duplicate those out of the deck, or play those out of the deck. But then again, I didn't have a whole lot of other unit choices. Ooh, that's not a good pull though. Crap. Oof. Well, now we got a field medic start because that's the one thing I can do now.
You must sweat like a swine in that jacket.
Ooh, that's a decent...
What do you want of me?
...thing to do. Okay, okay. That really saved me, because now I can do all the field medics.
Modern Freyr is patient, but she brooks no insult.
And indeed, now he resurrects a card, and it now gets 3 more base strength. So now it's a powerful-ass card. Okay. So, what I could do is either remove strength from there, or I could add 1 more field medic right now. I'm doing that just to prevent him from removing
But we're broke as shit
them.
peddlers.
You must sweat like a swine in that jacket.
Okay, that's a pretty good pull. I'll add that there and this here. Now I have a 5 strength field medic. I can copy that to create an even better field medic.
Should I pound it into a poker?
I believe I still have... Yep, I still have bronze cards that I can use here, so... Yeah. Now I need to do that before he gets the idea of reducing the strength of my field medic. So now copy him, her, and now you see this. It becomes a 5. And I can do another Cadwenny Siege support.
What do you want?
To add some variety to my strength builds here. And it's usually a good idea, I find, to diversify your strength numbers as much as you can. Obviously now I am melee heavy, yes. But I mean, like, when you have these siege supports, then try to put them in places where you have less strength than in other places to avoid being, like, just destroyed by stuff like, say, fog, rain, that sort of thing. Okay, so I'm thinking I'm gonna go all out and try and win this round. I think I can do it with my Scorch card at my side. I will Scorch his 14 at some point. And that should be good enough. Ooh, that's not a bad card to play there. Gotta admit, that's a good pull to do. Okay. So I think I'm gonna first light this to make a random bronze unit. It's a risky move if he has weather cards. But it is, I believe, now worth it. I'm still going to Scorch his 13, so it's better for me to actually remove the Shieldsmith. He doesn't know this, and he might think I'm making a mistake now. Which, again, that actually could be a mistake still, but... It's like, I gotta try something, man. Okay, and that thing is immune to weather, so my weather card is now technically almost useless at this stage. However, I can still freeze this row when he does his leader power. I think I'm still doing pretty okay. I'm now gonna Commander's Horn my row of these. It's still not gonna make them 13, which is what I need here, because I want his card to be the highest one, which I will then Scorch. That's what I'm thinking, at least. Even better, I'm gonna Scorch his high 26. So, bye-bye. That's a nasty thing. Oh, and now you have those, but now I'm gonna freeze them. Oh wait, sorry, I'm not gonna freeze them because I can't. That's true. I'm sorry, I made a mistake. I remembered wrong. This is a only fog and rain. Sorry, you've been probably yelling at me. No, Creostix, it doesn't have freeze on it. You're gonna lose the game. Yep, you're probably right. If he has a good card there, I'm still gonna lose, but I will now remove at least one strength from... Actually, no, I won't. Because it's both me and him. Right, sorry. Pass the turn and see what happens. Another Warhorn and I'm lost. Okay. I think that's it. I think I still won. Yeah. I won both rounds. Well, that was a bit ruthless of me, maybe, not giving him a... And get a good game. Yes, you played a good game, you person there. Whoa, okay. That's actually kind of annoying that it, like, nullifies my last round wins of the other, like, daily reward tier. And actually, I can maybe explain this a bit better now here. So, it's... You can win 6 rounds, like, during, like, this one day. Like, it's called a daily reward, right? If you win the 6 rounds and get the reward from there, then it becomes 12, then it becomes 24 after that, if you do that too. And maybe even more, I haven't done the 24 ever. But when the full 24 hours is over, since the last one, like, you did, then, or the first one you did, I mean, then it resets to 6 rounds, so you can then... So basically you can probably get something like... It's probably something like 100-ish or something. It could be a bit random too. But I've usually gotten 100 ore at the end of this 6. Usually. At least I think so. So you can probably get 100 ore per day pretty easily that way. And 100 ore is 1 card gag. So it's like... It could be faster too... But it's definitely something, you know. It's... I feel like it's kinda okay as long as you don't get creamed by really hard matches, you know. So... That went actually pretty okay. Pretty okay. I maybe got a bit lucky with the field medics and the scouts, because... I probably wasted some of my scouts at the first and second even, the first round there. But anyway, I call win still. So yeah, I think the next round I'm gonna see if I can build a monster deck and if it works. Yeah. So with that said, I am again quite all out of time for this episode. Stay tuned for a monster deck build next time, and I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, please do drop a like or a comment or even subscribe or share if you want to. It would really help. And thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again next time.